I delayed recording this for as long as possible because I needed to calm down. A lot of people needed to calm down. I've been saying it all along, and people have been saying to me, "Whoa, calm down with your opinions." The reality is, Rob has needed to go for a while. He probably should have gone after the Sheffield United game. That was the time when you could see the players stop playing for him. Right, this was a game where we all expected to lose. Okay, I'll start with the positives. Great to see Elijah getting a goal, and also great to see Brown get on the score sheet. Elijah's goal in particular, I really liked it. I'm not an advocate of passing out the back. That's why we didn't create much otherwise off our own back, did we? We relied on a really bad back pass from Norwich, and once again, another set piece. But we're too easily carved through, and it's been a repetitive cycle of rubbish all season. I know, I said I'd be calm. Okay. Calm down. It's endless. We've gone full circle. This is, again, Burnley 4-1 levels of rubbish from the start of the season. A lot of people are annoyed now. Even the people that are ardently Rob Edwards in, I think even they must be doubting themselves. Yes, Rob Edwards came out today in his post-match and finally dug out the players. Why hasn't he been doing this 10 games ago, 15 games ago? That's 18 games in this season where we've been below average. We've had one good performance, that game against Watford. And to be honest, I'd trade in that game just to have been competitive in the other games. It's been a shambles of a season so far. The board in the past, they haven't been shy about sacking managers. Fan favourite, John Still, he was sacked after 21 games in the 14-15 season, and he'd lost 7 games on the spin because it was fairly obvious what he was doing wasn't working. Mick Harford, he'd only lost 3 games of his first 11. We were well on the way to, either promotion or the playoffs in the conference, and they got rid of him. The only difference that I can see here is the fact that Rob Edwards is too expensive to sack, which is pathetic considering we've just earned 100 million for finishing third from bottom in the Premier League, or however much that is. Correct me in the comments. But there is money in the club, and regardless, Power Court was getting built with or without promotion to the Premier League, right? All that money that we've earned from promotion to the Premier League, from getting relegated from the Premier League, the money is there. The man needs to go because the players obviously just are not doing it. And let's talk about the players. So 7 of the 11 today were players that Rob Edwards brought into the team. And while I'm talking about managerial sackings as well, Graham Jones, in our first season in the Championship, with objectively a far inferior squad, but Izzy Brown, who was a tremendous player and would single-handedly keep us up, if you remember, Graham Jones has done better. His numbers from his first season in the Championship with Luton are better than Rob Edwards. Essentially, we need 2 points from our next 2 games, which I can't see us getting, to even match his record. At this current point of the season, Graham Jones was actually 1 point ahead of where Rob Edwards was. And it's not even a case of sleepwalking into a relegation battle. There is no battle. There isn't a battle. We are going to get relegated as this stands. You can't keep relying on teams below you to drop points. It doesn't work like that because teams will go on a run. As it stands, Gary Sweet and the board are just ardently backing him. I honestly don't know where we go from here. Steve Cooper is available, and honestly, he's a Premier League level manager, but the problem is he hasn't had a fair shake. Forest, they got rid of him. Leicester, they sacked him as well. But he's the one that we realistically need. He's no thrills. He will build a team that can defend, and hopefully he'll be able to clear out the deadwoods. Because Rob Edwards is far too loyal to too many players. And we have a window coming up now in January. And my biggest fear is that players just simply won't want to join us. And being honest, I can't blame them. Who'd want to join a team that looks this rudderless, this spineless? Enough is enough. There has to be communication from the club. Gary Sweet, David Wilkinson, anyone has to actually discuss what's happening. And as I said, this Leeds game, this Norwich game, these are games we weren't expecting to win, but we at least expected to turn up, to put in a shift. Leeds, we were terrible throughout. We looked like a non-league team. This game today, I would say we looked like a League One team that had been promoted to the Championship. In all fairness, a League One team promoted to the Championship, they show fight. We got none of that. None of that whatsoever. Let me know your thoughts. Get them in the comments. I'd love to hear from people who think Rob Edwards should stay. Something's got to change because we have Swansea, Stoke and Blackburn coming up. And these are games on paper where we should be trying to win. We should be winning. And I know in the Championship, no one has a divine right to win games. But these are three quite tricky teams. They have identity, which we don't. They have a style of play, which we don't. They have players that are putting in shifts, which we don't. Right, I've kept this short and sweet. Everyone, have a great evening, a great rest of the weekend, and most importantly, why isn't Rob Edwards out the club yet? No, I mean, come on you Hatters.